Hi everybody, my name is Cheri. Welcome to my stamp studio. Today I'm going to continue on with a tutorial using Stampin' Up's new online exclusives. So starting July 3rd, which is at least this day, maybe after, I don't know when the video will post, but there is a whole new, there's maybe like 9-10 different stamps, sets and bundles. There's new ribbons, there's new embellishments, there's new papers. So I'm going to be using some of those. And with the new month, I also have new host gifts. So if you shop with me and you use my host code, here's a couple of the things that you'll get. Every month, if you spend $50, you get a tutorial bundle that I am part of with demonstrators from all over the world. So you get one card from each of us. This month we did fun shapes. So this is my card. So you get that bundle. I email them out like maybe twice a month, kind of in the middle and then towards the end. So at some point during the month, you'll get that bundle. I just got everybody's cards yesterday, and the girl who does it does so much work to put it all together. But great cards for this month. And you get that every month with me if you spend $50. Then I have other levels. One of the other levels this month are the pecan pie and clear ribboned adhesive back dots, which I'm going to be using on today's card. So here's a couple of the other ones. This one is called Changing Leaves. This was my original card, and then I thought I'd kind of summer it up, so I just went with the greens, and I think that worked. I am making a sympathy card today. I think this card, swapping out the saying, would also make a great sympathy card year-round, because if you do it in the winter, go with whites and blues. Do it in the spring and take off the maple leaf and do purples and yellows. It's a very simple card, and it would be great for a sympathy card. But that's what I'm doing today as well. And then I'm going to use a couple of these things today as well. So this is a super sweet, and there's a embellishment that's on the table. It's called Season of Green and Gold. I have an online card club. We do 6 projects together every month. Some months we do more. They make 6. It's 3 cards. You will see the card club project soon. For this, none of these are the card club projects, but I wanted to show it to you because every month with my card club, they have the chance, if they need the stamps, if they don't have anything similar they want to substitute, they can buy the stamps or the stamps and the dies at catalog cost. I pay the shipping and handling. And then some months I do an additional set where we do some extra cards, and the people who buy that set also get the supplies for those cards. And oh, now I've lost my train of thought. And then some months there's more stamps available in this suite than what is standard. So that's the case this month. My Christmas cards and my 4th of July nails. So this month they have the chance to buy 2 bundles, an extra stamp set, and if they do, then they're going to get the vellum for free. So come back and watch the card where I kind of use the vellum. Come back and watch the first card club card, and then you'll know a little bit more about it. So this is the way it works. Is there's the set that has the greenery and the bells, which again I'm going to use it so they don't have to be Christmas. The bells kind of do, although if I had been on it, I could do a big old 4th of July card with the bell. I just have run out of time. Then there is a stamp set that is called Greetings of the Season. So it has mostly like Christmas ones, but there's you could make other ones like the Love and Joy. You could put that on a wedding card. The For You could go on anything that you from if you make tags for birthday presents. So there's this, and then this particular set, Greetings of the Season, is a bundle, and it comes with 9 tags. So this is part of the super suite. So you get these great tags. There are 7 here because we're using 2 on today's card. So this is how it comes in the bundle. But if you want to be able to then use it year-round with the tags, on today's card, I am using Everyday Greetings. So I am going to use this one here, Where There Is Heartache, Let There Be Healing. You can see on this one, I pulled out Congratulations on Your Big Day. That's from Everyday Greetings. And this has 2 of the tags. The tags are large, so you can see that's a pretty big sentiment. And then I've got the tag under there just for some interest. Here is one with the Christmas ones that just says Merry Christmas on the round tag, which I had on today's card until it turned into a sympathy card. Then I took it off because I did it out of glitter paper. And then here too is a tag with the love and joy. You can see how you could swap this easily to be a wedding card. Just take off the bell and maybe the red, because green and gold is so in right now for wedding colors. So I mean, this practically without the red and the bell, although bells can kind of, it'd be a great anniversary card with the bell on it. But there's two more of the tags. So that's kind of how this works. So I'm going to use the everyday greetings, the greetings of the season dies, and then the star of the show is the Scenic pumpkin patch. This is just a standalone stamp set. It will stamp a whole scene for you. It's super cute, and it's going to be so much fun to work with because summer is my season. Like, I love summer. I love that it's long, and that I can spend time outside. But autumn is like my favorite short season, because here it doesn't really cool off and the leaves don't change until about the end of September, and then by November, you know, it's out of here. Although we start going to the orchards and stuff and, you know, seeing the pumpkins early. I love the colors of fall. Those are my colors. I love the smells of fall. I love the foods of fall. But summer lasts 3 months and it's warm. I can be outside. So when I was younger, I would have picked fall all the time. But the older I get, you know, and you kind of get cold, you know, like, I think that I like summer. And it just lasts longer, I feel like. Although we're a third of the way through because it's now July. Maybe too, because we tend to travel in the summer. I don't know. But here are two of the tags, and I just have vanilla paper. So I'm going to run the big tag. This may be the biggest tag in a set. And then I just have this little kind of oval, kind of a modern oval shape. So we'll just run these through. The tags all cut super easy. It's just one pass through. They have stitching. So you don't have, if you don't need the Christmas words, just get the tags. And if you don't need the other greetings, you'll still want these tags because they are a great set of dies. So we have this in vanilla. See, that was one pass through. And then we have our large tag and our small tag. And I kind of went around on the colors for this. I've thrown it in the trash. I should get it out. I started stamping on the basic beige because it kind of tones it down a little bit. Here it is. But I didn't like this so much. It's also in there with some of my, I just wiped the table off, so it's a little wet. I didn't like it. I wanted it to stand out a little bit more. So I ended up making the card in basic beige, and then I'm going to do my tags in the vanilla, and then that kind of pops off there. But we're going to stamp on all these. So get going with it. And I didn't use close to all of it. So here's the deal. When I first at first glance, and I had my glasses on, which is kind of a distance thing with me. I don't see great at like this distance with my glasses on. I thought that all these were geese. Like, I think that you could easily stamp those in gray or black, and those could be geese flying in the background. And it wasn't until I started mounting the stamps that I realized they're all the stems for the different pumpkins. But I think it could be a standalone little geese. In fact, I almost put it on there just to see how it worked, but then I stopped. So our colors are, we're going to start with, I went all oranges. So we have peach pie, pumpkin pie, and Cajun craze. I should have done pecan pie so we could just have all the pies. So we're going to open them all. We'll start with the peach. And I will just grab these pumpkins, which are going to go on this card, the tag. So I did peach and stamped the whole thing in peach. Then I kind of put it in the middle of my pumpkin, and you don't want a line, so kind of stamp it, whoops. And then I was trying to have these so you could see. You get some pumpkin and then just a little bit of the Cajun. So I kind of roll it around it, and then you want to kind of make the line go away. So then I just kind of tap right above it. Let's blow some hot air on it. And let's stamp this on here. And it's beautiful. I could have gotten a little bit more Cajun on that one. And then there's a single pumpkin. Let's do the same thing. We will start in the pumpkin pie. I mean the peach pie. Get pumpkin pie. Let me get a little bit more Cajun on this one. And then our tiny little tag. Stamped up there. I'm going to add just a touch more Cajun to this because they're photopolymer. I can. In fact, you could stamp 3 times. And if you had the stamp radish, you really could do it. Just get a little bit more here and just go straight over the top. There. I like that. Get a little bit over here too. There we go. And kind of gave it a little bit more strength of color. And then on the inside of my card, I did the largest group of pumpkins. So I have used this pumpkin, these pumpkins, and this pumpkin, and this was really my favorite one, but they didn't go anyplace on the card. So I took them out, I mounted them, and then I didn't use them. So for the inside of my card, I am just going to go with just peach because I want the inside to kind of be light. And on the as it dries on this basic beige, it'll kind of change the color a little bit. So I'm done with the peach. Done with the pumpkin. And then for the tops of my pumpkins, I did copper clay. So we'll just go back. This is the one that I just stuck on the inside. And these work so well. Look at that. It's one of this is one of those stamps that as you stamp with it, you're like, oh dang, I know how to stamp. I'm done with the Cajun craze too. So that's the inside of our card. Now let's get the tops on these. Oh, I'm not done with the Cajun. That's crazy. Then here's my sentiment. I'm going to do it in copper clay. I love the font of this saying. And it says, where there is heartache, let there be healing. But the font's really pretty. And then we have the tops to this one. I shouldn't have said that about it making you stamp really well, because as soon as you say that, then you're like, yeah, sometimes I don't know how to stamp. Look, they just match up so nicely. And then we have our single pumpkin. Where'd I put it? So for it does have a stem, but I went ahead and I put on the curly Q leaves, the kind of the vine. So we have that, and then we need the front of our card. Which, I know I did it in copper clay, so I didn't do it in Cajun. There is a fence. And this is the back layer of my card. And then there's some ground, and the ground I did in beige. A lot of these colors, you could just work with what you have. It doesn't have to be a particular color. Any of the colors of autumn will work. So you see it makes a ground. And I did it opposite. So on this, the background card, I did it this way. And the beige always looks green until it dries. It will have a tinge of green to it the whole time, but it does dry a little bit, a lot lighter than that. It won't look green. And then on this one, I flipped it this direction just so they didn't look like they were the exact same thing. So now we have the ground. And then I took Pebbled Path, which I'm going to use the twine, the in color twine, and I'm using the Pebbled Path, and this is just adding another brown. Again, you could use a myriad of colors to make this work. So I'm going to start with my light Pebbled Path because I can get more of it, and I'm going to kind of go in a line. So I'm going to kind of hold it a little closer than you might and just kind of be intentional. And just a little bit of random around. And then do the same for the tags. Give those a little bit of texture via ink. And then I'm going to take my dark pebbled path, which is quite a lot darker. So I'm going to, again, be a little bit more intentional about where I put it and not put as much as I did of the light. And I'm doing this before I put it on my card, so that way the card itself will stay light and it won't have that. This is pretty just on its own. You could just stick a happy birthday on that and make a great guy card. Look, wrap some twine around it and be done. Call it a day. So the tags, when they go through the machine, get a hole. And then I want to add this as just a little piece of interest, but you can see that you have to kind of put it on there so it doesn't cover up your words. So I'm going to grab my dimensionals. And I'm going to just add this. And then when I tie the twine through, it will look like they're tied together, but they're actually where I want it. So line the holes up first. I kind of hold that in place and then make sure that my words don't get covered up all the way. They can be covered up a tiny bit because people can fill in the blanks if they can't see it all. Take my twine. Pull this through the hole. It fits perfectly. Just cut this off. Of those of you that don't like to tie bows, this is the kind of card you need. So I'm going to use my twine in one single piece. It's 3 pieces of cord kind of twisted together. I'm just going to tie a knot. Again, if you don't like bows, this is the card for you. So we've got that. This is, I think, a little harsh for this card because it's all kind of dainty and pretty. This one's a little longer. I'm just going to take and untwist these. They untwist super easy, and if you do it while they're tied on the card, it's a little bit, it would be hard to get all 3 pieces separate to go through the hole. And this one I'm just going to pull apart. You will lose some of your stuff. That's what's all over my table. And do the same over here. Just untwist it. When you untwist it, you want to get down as close to the knot as you can, because if you leave a section here, it'll twist itself right back up. It's determined to be one cord. So go all the way down there. Pull that apart. It's easier to do these longer and then trim them if they're too much than it is to do them too short. Because then we'll just have to do it again because you want it to have some substance to it. So this, I'm going to use dimensionals again. Twine everywhere. Twine fuzzies. This partly, you wouldn't have to use dimensionals. I like because it's a fairly simple card that it gives, again, a little bit of interest. But it also helps because this right here, when I laid it on flat, it was kind of a bump. So let's put this here. These a little bit shorter. There we go. And then our card. And again, you could mount this one on dimensionals if you want. It's one more little layer of interest. I do need to mail one of these, and sometimes the post office doesn't like it if, you know, they get too thick and it's already got the twine. So I opted for this level to just stick this on. You can do it at an angle or you can do it straight. This top panel is cut 3 3/4 by 5. So it's not a standard larger size of a background. And then I'm going to use, I wanted to use an embellishment. I'm not going to go embellishment crazy, which is kind of my thing. I like to have 7, 9 embellishments on a card, but not on a Sympathy card. So I'm just going to use one of the pecan pie ones. The other one I used the bigger one. So on this one, I'm just going to use the smaller one. It would go perfect right on top of that hole if you didn't put ribbon in it, if you don't want to put ribbon. So super simple. They're all going to turn out about the same. This one you can see I had to angle it a different direction because of where my sentiment is stamped. And then the inside, let's see, it's lighter. And see, this is already not over here where it started to dry. It's even less green. The base just takes a hot minute to dry. So there you go. Go check out all the new online exclusives. Go check out my thank you gifts. If you need a catalog, it is about time for me to order my holiday catalogs. So if you have spent $50 with me since January, then you get one automatically mailed to you. If you've never purchased from me before and you would like a catalog, then let me know. Go join my email list, and then all of the details you'll always be kept up to date on. Have a great one. Bye.